What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Gene back here with G Squared Tactical. Yes, we got another Taurus revolver up for review today. As I mentioned on the other video, that I was undecided about whether or not it was an actual tracker or not. It was sold to me as the Tracker Talo exclusive, but I was under the impression from past research that all of the Tracker models had the ports in the barrel, and all the ones I had actually said Tracker on the side of the barrel. So, but it was sold to me as a Tracker. But this truly, really is a Tracker. There's no denying that. It says Tracker here on the barrel, and it does indeed have the porting in the front of the barrel. So what we're looking at is the Taurus 692. This is the model that comes with the separate 9mm cylinder here, and it's a 7-shot, which is freaking awesome. The one I have in here is the 357-38 special, so it'll shoot 3 different rounds, and both are 7-shot. So, and this has the 3-inch barrel on here, again the 7-round capacity, and is very, in my opinion anyway, is way more practical than some of the bigger 357 or 44 mag offerings that I had in the safe, you know, the BFRs and you know, the Smiths and things of that nature. To me, this is way more practical and just big enough to get the job done, but not so big that it can't be, you know, holstered and or easily carried around or concealed. So let's get right to it. On this particular model, we do have the ramped pin front sight. Does have that orange sticker in there. I don't know, maybe you guys seen the other video we put up of the blued tracker we had that had, I think, the 7 or 8-inch barrel on there. I think it was the 44 mag, and that orange sticker. And I do know that it is an orange sticker. There's no questioning about that. I had someone question me about that, but it's definitely a sticker, and we know that because it flew off during shooting the video. Now, I'm not going to take this off of here because I want to be fair when we do the range review and see if it stays on there or not. I feel like they could have done a little better on that. I mean, you can even see the outlining trim of the, I guess, the glue or whatever it is, this holding the sticker on there. So I'll almost certainly, after we do the range review, take that off of there and probably fill that in with some high-vis, you know, I guess neon type auto grade paint or something. No big deal. You know, I wish they would have done better with that. It seemed kind of cheesy to me, but they did what they did, I guess. Overall, I'm pleased with the firearm. So coming on back here, the rear sight on this particular model does have the fully adjustable sight for windage and for elevation versus the gutter channel fixed sight that you typically see on some revolvers. As I mentioned, it does have the ported barrel on the front here, and also it does have a very nice recessed crown, just like on the other Taurus revolver that we just did a review on. No chance you're going to damage that barrel. Very nice rifling in the barrel for, you know, a budget friendly, I guess you could say. This came in, for me, I'm not exactly sure what the MSRP is, but I paid just a smidge over 600, I believe, like 615 or something. I feel like maybe at a different time, maybe several years ago, if this was offered, I could have gotten it a little bit cheaper than that. But I still feel like I got a good bang for the buck, no pun intended, with the extra cylinder there and the 7-round. And, you know, it does have some features that I would not get or would not have gotten or have not gotten on some of my more expensive firearms, like the ported barrel up here. So, and the extra cylinder, of course. And so it is a stainless matte finish. As I mentioned about the other revolver, it's not, you know, the finish on them is not anything to necessarily write home about. There are some MIM parts in here which people get rabid about sometimes. Looks like the hammer most likely is, certainly the trigger. And as far as the, removing the, when I seen that it had the extra cylinder there, without really looking at this gun in the store, just kind of seeing that, yep, I want it, let me get it. It was pleasant for me to find out how easy it was to remove this cylinder. You simply push this button here on the side right in front of your trigger guard at the bottom here, and it literally just slides right out, and it's like just an absolute piece of cake. No trouble whatsoever to get that cylinder out of there and to put your new cylinder in there. And just like on the revolver we just did, it does also have 3 points of lockup, one down here at the bottom, one back here, and also one right here on the right around the ejector area. So, and again on this, the ejector is really smooth. On some of the older Taurus revolvers I had, when you would push your ejector here, even before, or extractor or whatever you're calling it, even before you done that, or shot it, should I say, it would have a lot of grit, seemingly very gritty in there. Sometimes it seemed like it wanted to catch. That seems very, very smooth to me. Hopefully that'll stay the case after we shoot this gun. It does come in about 35 ounces. Like I said, that may feel or seem heavy to some people, considering some of your more semi-automatic everyday carry guns might come in somewhere in the 20s. But still, in my opinion, very lightweight for a very capable revolver, and I feel like it's very, very carryable. I don't think that would be an issue with an overall length of like 8.1 or something, and the height on this is like 5.6. So if you're good with measurements, I don't know. I know sometimes, you know, looking at it on a video or a picture or something, sometimes they look bigger or they look smaller than what they actually are, but just take my word for the fact that it's very, very carryable. I don't know if Taurus completely went away from those ribbered grips. I know that when you look at pictures of this gun, it shows it with those ribbed or ribbers or whatever they call those grips. It's almost like accordion type on the sides. They were very comfortable as far as absorbing recoil and stuff. In fact, I've told you several times that I thought these type style grips absorbed recoil less, although you can hold on to it better because it's more snugly fit to the gun. You have these 3 finger grooves in the front here where you can actually get a full purchase on there, and you also have these ledges for the lefty or righty at the top of the grip that really just gives you a nice, good feeling, firm feeling, confident grip on the gun. So even though, you know, the palm of your hand or what have you would take a little bit of punishment or a little bit more punishment with this type of grip, it looks better aesthetically. It's a better looking grip, way better feeling in the hand, but just take my word for it that it does not absorb the recoil as good as those old ribbed or ribber type grips that they had on their gun. As far as the trigger, I won't do the trigger pull, the lineman pull on there like I did with the other one. I would just say that it is very, very similar, if not exactly the same. The single action feels, you know, like it's probably around 2.5, 3 pounds. And then the double action also feels like it's just like on the other revolver, somewhere in the neighborhood of 5.5 pounds, which in my opinion is really good for a revolver. I heard some folks say that they thought that was kind of heavy. Well, a lot of the revolvers that I had in the past, they certainly had more than a 5 pound double action trigger. I mean, some of the old revolvers I had, and I'm not necessarily old, 5-6 years ago, was coming in around 11-12 pound triggers on a double action. So there's a very nice smooth just on this one too. Very, very predictable, breaks when you would expect it to. No grit at all. And I think I actually like it. I actually like the double action trigger. Let me just get the gauge here and see. I haven't even put the gauge on this thing. Let's just get the gauge out here and see if I'm right about that. As I mentioned on the On the other revolver we just did the review on, the single action was coming in somewhere around, I gotta take that back off, it always tries to fall off on me. But the single action was coming in around 3 pounds. Let's see if the same holds true for this one here. So we'll do 3. So that's, yeah, that came in about 4. I don't know if I got a good, I don't know if I did that one well or not. Let's try it again. So that one was around about 3. Let's do it again. That one's about the same, about 3. Let's do one more. And that's 3.12. I think I might have messed up a little bit on that one. But I'd say it's safe to say it's around 3.32, something like that. So let's do the double action here. Like I said, on the other one, it was coming in around, this one, that was 7 pounds. Well, maybe I was off on that one. That's 6 pounds. And that's 6 pounds. So I'd say it's probably somewhere around 6 pounds on the double action. I would imagine that probably would get a little bit better as we shoot the gun. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a revisit and see. But on my other Taurus revolver, my 44 mag that we just did, the double action was consistently 5 pounds and the single action was consistently 3 pounds. It would seem that the 2.5, 3 pound is pretty much the same on the single action in this one, but unless I'm just off my game today, it seems as though the double action is a little heavier than it was on the 44 mag. Looks as though it could be potentially closer to 6 at the moment, but again, that may get better as we shoot the gun, and who the heck knows, it might get worse. I don't know. We have not fired this gun yet, but so far, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the look of the gun. It's a very sexy gun. It has this, both cylinders are unfluted, so very smooth finish, very clean line, clean looks. Like I said, you can see the MIM or the MIM parts in there, the trigger, the hammer, certainly the release for the cylinder there, and probably the extractor as well. All of those look like MIM parts. I don't know what I'm doing pushing that, but that does not matter as much. I don't know why people get all up in arms about those types of parts. Maybe they've had failures with them before. I don't know. I never have. I just always assumed there was a lot of machined parts on firearms, you know. I didn't think there were a whole lot of parts that were actually handmade anymore. So honestly, that doesn't really matter a whole lot to me personally. I know that some people have made some comments and stuff about Taurus firearms, failing them and so forth, and definitely going to have to use your warranty. Me personally, I've never had an issue. Semi-autos, yes, I've had issues in the past, but I've never had a single issue with a Taurus revolver. And as I mentioned in the other video, we have abused some of our Taurus revolvers, and they've always functioned for us. This particular model did come with a plastic carrying case versus the, well, there's the what I paid right there. I think he gave me a little bit off of it. It's $629. I think he gave me a little bit off that price. Does come with the moon clip, and let's see, the little cover for your rear sight. I can only assume that's to protect it, or heck, to protect you from getting cut on it. I ain't really sure. You do have your literature that you're accustomed to finding, your warranty paperwork and owner's manual and stuff. And again, I wish they would do a little better on the lock here. I mean, most of us probably don't use the lock as it sits in our safe or day to day, but in a case where we had to, I probably would not use this one. I would probably get a lock off another firearm, because I just don't want metal on metal. I could imagine if you had to lock this up for transport or something, that would probably scratch the piss out of your gun, and I personally do care about things like that, so that would bother me. I don't know why they can't wrap that in some kind of a silicone or rubber or plastic based something so that it doesn't scratch your firearm. I don't think metal on metal is necessarily a very good idea there. But I think I pretty much covered everything on this this firearm. I'm sure there's something I left out. It's very simplistic in its nature. Nothing super special about it. And as far as what you would typically see on the bottom of the barrel here, it does say 9mm / 357, and I think the way they stamp the side of each one of these cylinders with the caliber, not only is it sexy, but obviously you want to know, and that's in there too. Like, you're not going to rub that off, so obviously you want to know which caliber that you're able to shoot in there. But anyway, again, we've never had issues with Taurus revolvers. We have no reason to believe this one will be an issue. We hope to get it to the range real soon. Listen, if you have some issue with something we said, I bought this gun, my money. G Squared was not given this gun by Taurus, or anything for that matter. We did buy this with our own money. We use our own ammunition. We're not sponsored by anyone, and even if we were, we would not be sold out to anyone. We speak to our experience, plain and simple. If we have a good experience, we say as much. If we like it, dislike it, we say as much. We don't hide anything. Everyone comes in, if we say something good about it, oh, they're bought and paid for, that gun's a piece of junk, everybody knows it. If we say something bad about it, oh, they're bought and paid for, they must be Glock guys, they're Glock tards. Because someone's offended that a firearm they happen to like, you didn't have good things to say about it. And we can have those debates, that's fine, but we're not bought and paid for by anyone. We tell what our experience is. And if you have disagreement with that, don't, be an adult. Don't mock us about it. Don't call us names. Just, tell us your experience. Maybe yours was better. And heck, maybe if your experience was so much better, maybe we might want to commission the company and see if maybe we got a dud or something. I don't know. But we can all learn from one another. And we can all, be adults, I guess you could say. So make sure you do comment. We love to hear from you. Everyone gets a response back. And absolutely hit that thumbs up and be sure you subscribe. That's the only way we can continue to keep doing this. Really appreciate you guys watching. If you're seeing this before Christmas, we hope that you either have a Merry Christmas or had a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. And again, thanks for watching today.